Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the post, 20, 15, Hester 5.
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal team. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, actually, no, you're not, because that's all jacked up. Thanks, you sons of biscuits. Whoever's jacking up my stuff. Anyway, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button. And now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. All right. You go to our Twitter account. You can tweet us at SportsZoneShy. That's CHI at SportsZoneShy now. If you want to follow me, just me personally online. You want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I tried to do. Damn hackers. Try to make it nice and easy at one handle, but that didn't work. So my Facebook, which is currently being restricted right now. Currently being restricted. Yeah. I'm telling you, if it's not one thing, it's another. Man. Anyway, our Facebook it's Shawn.Sierra.2025, but I'm still trying to get access back to that. My Twitter account is ShawnSierra33. Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, that is still at the Shawn Sierra. Now, we got a great show for you, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on there. It'll come up here on the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. In that, my peoples, so it makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let us check out the chat. Black Diamond in the house. It's top of the morning, gang. FGB. Fly that W, Steve-O. We can get our intro one time for the kids. And both this time, Norman Powell. I might have to get to a game this year. Levette Lee checking in. Good morning, Ma. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Says happy Wednesday, y'all. Mr. Southside himself, Michonne Walls in the Mickey Picky house goes, what up on a hump day? And your first place, Chicago White Sox. You can say that again for all the people in the back, Michonne. First place, Chicago White Sox. See, don't do that, Levette. Go Cubs, go. We don't need that nonsense to start the morning. No. Any burpees this morning, Superback? No, thank God, Michonne. No, not in this heat. Woo, we had 3 fans going in the gym, and it was still hot in that mud. I was sweating like a sweater, boy. Let me tell you, that was crazy. Levette, what'd you do? Honestly, Levette, I don't know for sure. I think when I played the Welcome Back song, the Mace song, I think I played it a little too long, and I don't know. I think that's what it was. Oh man, that was frustrating. This is frustrating because I got the birthday party. I created an event on Facebook, and now I can't get access to it. I don't know if anyone else can get access to it as well. So I had to do everything on Instagram. Just downright frustrating. So I don't know. I've been trying to work it out. If any of you have a link or an email address that you know where to send Facebook, let me know, because I try to reply to the email I got from Facebook, and it said that's a do not reply email, and I'm not reading it. So I don't know. But if someone has an email, they can let me know. Just put it in the chat, and I'll be sure to email Facebook or Meta and tell them I'm so sorry. I won't play Welcome Back for more than 10 seconds ever again. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is in the house. Junior, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? How we doing, bro? Good to see you. Glad you're able to tune in. And listen, are you coming in right away? Let me see something. Oh, okay. It's fine. Huh? Interesting. So I don't know if you can hear. Yeah, probably do that. So let's get out of this. Let's get out of that. There you go. Yes. So what I did want to do, though, I want to wish my mom a happy birthday. Today is her 81st birthday, July 1st, 1945. Yeah, it's been a journey. Recently, it's been a journey. I'll say that. It's tough at times. She had some health issues. We're fighting through those. She was in the hospital a couple times, and frustrating. And sometimes you just feel helpless. Just feel helpless because there's nothing you can do. And as much as I do know about some of the things she's going through, I just couldn't help her. And that to me was the most frustrating part. But man, she's definitely back on track. So I'm excited. About that. But today's her 81st birthday. We're probably going to go have steak dinner. Tonight. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm happy. I'm excited about it. Yeah, she's over there. She's got her IVs with what she needs. Yeah. So it's a good day, man. It's a good day. I want to wish her again a happy birthday, and so yeah, these are just some of the things that we've done. Obviously, we've done a myriad of things in my almost 55 years of life. See, that's when I was a kid, when I was in St. Rita. The one underneath the baby picture, I'm in Italy, and I flew her out to watch me play, 1994. And other ones, just family time. The one in the lower right hand corner, we're both at the gym. This was a year or two ago. It was in the polar vortex. She wanted to go to the gym, and I'm like, you know what? I'll go with you. So took her to the gym. We worked out, not together. She did her own thing. She was with the class. The class still went her senior class, and I was in the other side. This was 3 summers ago. We're in a pool. That was when it was crazy, crazy, crazy hot those couple days. So we've done a lot. We take pictures. And that's why I tell you guys, let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow's promising no one. And make memories. Just make memories, because whenever it is her time to go, I'll have tons and tons and tons of pictures and videos of her to remind me of her, and just, and just want to wish her a very happy birthday. You only get one. And I know for all those people who've lost their moms, I know you would do, most people would do anything just for one more day or one more hug or one more conversation, or one more meal from her, And believe you me, I do not take her being alive for granted, because a couple times in the last couple of months, thought it was it. So glad she's blessed to see 81. I'm blessed to have her around for 55 years of my life, because everyone doesn't get their mom for 55 years of their lives. So, again, happy birthday, Mom. Love you. I'm grateful for all the sacrifices that you made for your boy. Appreciate it. So. Sean Wall says happy birthday to the warden. Black Diamond says happy birthday, Mama Sierra. Shorty says happy birthday to your mom, Shawn. I'll let her know. I will definitely let her know. Junior says happy birthday, Ellie. King Book World says happy birthday, Miss Sierra. I know you're a great woman because you raised a hell of a son. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. King Bokoro says, it's blessed to have your mom in your life. People, don't take it for granted. Trust me, I know. Believe you me, bro, I have quite a few friends who have lost their moms, and it's just not the same. It's just not the same. So believe you me, I know as much as I bitch and moan about her at times, my close friends, I want to bitch and moan about her for another 19 years. And I told her that. I said, you got 19 years, because at 100, it's been a good run. It's been a good run, kid. So, yeah, we'll probably go. She's got a physical therapist coming to the house today to work with her for a little bit. And then tonight, we'll probably go to a little steakhouse, get her appetite is back. That's for damn sure. So we'll probably go to a like I said, there's a steakhouse. My guy Rick knows what's going on. Speaking of Rick, as I mentioned, Rick, he chimes in. What's up, Rick? Viva Mexico, amigo. We're probably gonna go to Craples. I heard there's been a couple of negative reviews about Crapple. I guess they had new ownership and it's not as good as it was before. So I'll figure out either Craples or was it Sullivan, something like Jenny's. There's a Jenny's right down the street. That's another really good steakhouse. So we'll figure it out. But definitely we're gonna have a steak dinner for moms tonight. But getting back to sports, man, today's a good day. In the words of the poet laureate himself, Ice Cube, today was a good day, and it is a good day. First of all, we're on the wake-up list, so be thankful that we are. There's a lot of people who had a lot of plans today who just didn't wake up. And two, we woke up. Sox fans, our White Sox are 2 games ahead in the standings. We are in first place by 2 games. Telling you, it is something. It is so awesome. Okay, to know where we've come from past 2 years, 3 years, okay, to this it's amazing. So don't take this for granted. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Cub fans, didn't I tell you? Relax. Didn't I tell you they're going to come around? PCA hit his 18th yesterday, his 11th of the month of June. Dansby Swanson with 2 homers. Was it 2 homers? Dude, crazy. All right. You guys are good. I'm telling you, you guys will be fine. Just hope that pitching staff holds up. Because God bless, that's been ravaged. So baseball in Chicago was good. And most likely I'm going to go to the game next Tuesday for $5 Tuesdays at Sox Park. Me and Emilio and maybe Ken Davis are going to try and hit that. Watching baseball in Chicago at either park, at your respective parks, is fun when your team is winning. All right, it's really fun. The atmosphere is electric. Sox Park, oh my goodness, to see Sox Park packed with 25,000 people on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday. It's freaking unheard of. It is unheard of to have 25,000 plus in the stands on a freaking Tuesday or Wednesday or Monday. Okay? But that's a testament to our manager. Okay, Will Venable. That's a testament to him, and that's a testament to the young men who are playing underneath him, who are buying into what he's selling, and who are giving us something to be grateful for, to be excited about. King Booker World says, I will announce today that my Bulls and Chicago White Sox boycott is officially over. King Booker World. Oh, man. Good, man. Good. It's officially over. I love it. Now maybe one day you can meet us up at the park, man. Since you're spending money at Sox Park. Oh, man, Rick Gonzalez, he's yucking us. All we do is win series these days. That's it. And this is without Murakami. Yes, he is. Southside stand up, FTB, visiting Wisconsin. I gotta head up there, bro. I have to. And King Booker World says, as soon as I get my background, I'll be at the games, and I hope it's before the Ozzy game. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to the Ozzy game. That's gonna be dope. So that's gonna be dope. But listen, let's take a quick break. All right, on the other side of the break. All right, we will get to our top of the morning topics. Then start talking some baseball. And then you know what? I smell it. Football season is near. We're talking a little Bears football, talk some Bulls basketball. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about when it comes to Chicago sports. So I'm fired up to talk about it. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
operator 901. Where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Montgomery, back it goes! Get out! That one onto Utah Street. Colson Montgomery, a 2-run shot here in this 3rd inning. Lines this one into left field. Braden Montgomery will score. They're going to wave in my drop as the throw goes to 3rd. A 2-run single for Jacob Gonzalez. It's now a 5-1 White Sox lead. There's the magic. Perez well hit into right center field. Looking up, and this one is out of here. Second career home run for Junior Perez. A 3-run shot. And the White Sox breaking this one open early here in the 3rd.
Welcome back to Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Those were the good guys from the South Side yesterday down in B-More, putting an ass whooping on the O's. That was for 1988. 1988 when they, if you remember, the Baltimore Orioles had a 27, 28, 24, 26, 28 game losing streak to start the season. And their first win was against us at Old Comiskey. That's for that, damn it. I was an Andy Frayne Usher. I remember that. That was crazy. Those are the good guys, man. And let me tell you something. It was it's good to see both teams playing well. It's good. All right. Let's get a hell with that. Let's get crack-a-lacking, baby. You know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
See which way do we go? Oh, that's which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Where are we starting with? Where are we starting with? Let me see. It's a tough call. But you know what? Talked to the guy, big man upstairs, and he said we can start here. We'll start here. The good guys, you just saw them coming out of commercial break. Man, the good guys. What an ass whooping. The good guys beat the Baltimore Orioles 9-3. 1-2-3. Yesterday, Eric Fetty. I'm telling you, every time I talk shit about Eric Fetty, every time he pitches well. So I guess that means I need to start talking shit about him before every single game he pitches for the good guys. Because, man, that was one heck of an outing yesterday. He got the win. He's 3-6, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 Ks. Andrew Benintendi, 3 for 4 with a double, his 12th, driving in his 40th RBI of the season. Colson Montgomery, as you saw, with a moonshot out of the ballpark. He was 1 for 5 with that homer, his 21st of the season, driving in his 48th and 49th run of the season. And Perez yesterday, as you saw in the clips as well, he was 1 for 4 with that mammoth home run straightaway center, his 2nd of the season, driving in his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th RBIs on the. Staying with the good guys, the next top of the morning topic. Excuse me. The White Sox, they go for the sweep today. Yeah, baby, baby. That's what we're talking about. And here's what I'm talking about. You have the first 2 games in hand. So you know this team is going to do everything they can. And they're at home. Remember, the White Sox are on the road. They've lost, 8 straight road series. Okay, this Baltimore team is going to come out and do everything they can to avoid getting swept. So can the White Sox finish the deal? We're going to find out. We will find out today. First pitch is at 11:35. So right after this show, because remember, they're in Baltimore, so they're an hour 35 Eastern, 11:35 a.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 a.m. The probables for today's game. Noah Schultz is back, baby. He's 2-4 with a 5.82 ERA. And he is, for Baltimore, it is to be determined. To be determined. Their whole bullpen is jacked up. We are able to get, I'm telling you, this White Sox team, these youngsters, I am very happy with them. Wow. I'm fired up about this squad, if you couldn't tell. I'm going to talk more about them in a little bit. All right. So let's keep it moving, baby. The next top of the morning topic. Oh, let me continue on that thought. The possible sweep, the Sox going for the sweep. So you know Baltimore is going to do everything possible. Okay, so the White Sox need to make sure that they come out early and often, just like Chicago voters. Vote early and often. All right, come on out, jump on them quick, and do not give them any room to breathe. Okay, you just won your first series. You lost your last 8 road series. You just won your first series on the road in the last since what, March? No, since May. That's what they said. Insane. If this White Sox team, this with 2 out of 3 at home every series and go 500 on the road, that's a great recipe for success. And that was the biggest knock on our boys. We just came off 8 road series losses in a row. What more could we win one more game. Say 3 of those. Okay? So we only lose 5 out of 8. All right? Those 3 wins, we're 5 games up. That's how important. That's how we talk about everything matters. So now you have the opportunity today to not say, oh, man, they could have had it, but they didn't. No. Don't let that opportunity slip. Here's where these young boys need to grow. They need to grow up, and they need to grow up fast. Here's where the Andrew Benintendi's with the largest contract in White Sox history. Here's where we need your leadership. Okay? Here's where they need your leadership. Will Venable, here's where they need your leadership. Because if you can go into Baltimore and take 3, that's a nice weekend or 3-game set. It's a nice 3-game set. All right, because then you go right to Cleveland for 4 for the weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that's a big series. If we go 500, if we win today and we go 500, we'll be at least 2 games up, depending on what Cleveland does tonight. Here's your chance, boys. Here's your chance. The next top of the morning topic. Cubs. There you go, baby. Cub fans, there you go. Cub fans. Put boot to ass to the Padres. The Cubs beat the Padres 9-7 over on the north side in the friendly confines. Matthew Boyd was on the bump. He got the dub. He's 3-1. He went 5 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 punch-outs. Danby Swanson, did I not tell you, folks, to relax? He's going to come around. He was 3 for 4, 2 homers, his 13th and 14th of the season, driving in his 47th, 48th, and 49th RBIs on the campaign. Alex Bregman, he looks like he's coming out of his slump. He was 1 for 3 with a homer, his 7th of the year, driving in his 28th, 29th, and 30th RBIs of the year. PCA, he started to warm up again. He's 1 for 4 with a homer, his 18th, his 11th for the month of June, driving in his 46th RBI on the year. The next top of the morning topic, Cubs. The Cubs go for the sweep today. Los Padres. They go for the sweep today at Wrigley. First pitch is at 1:20 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM, 670 AM, The Score. The probables for today's game for the Padres, Walker Buehler is on the bump. He's 5-3 with a 3.81 ERA. Going up against Colin Ray for the Northsiders. He's 5-5 with a 4.80 ERA. I don't know if you heard, there's this little soccer tournament going on. I'm not sure if you heard about it, the World Cup. It's all my compadres. Mexico beats Ecuador yesterday 2-0 to advance to the round of 16. If Mexico wins, they will have advanced. This will be the furthest that they have advanced in the World Cup in their history. Mexico is 4-0 right now. They won their first 3 in the it's not the division round. Oh goodness, it just slipped my mind. But they won the first 3 in the divisional round, and in the knockout round, they won their first game yesterday against Ecuador. And I'll tell you what, the Mexicans were partying. The watch parties at all the bars. First of all, they had watch parties in Mexico, and they were crazy number of people in Guadalajara, in the DF, that's Mexico City, Distrito Federal. That's you see DF, that's Mexico City. It's central, the capital city. The watch parties over at the various bars, my guy Eddie at Output, all nations. My guy Sonia and his wife, my guy Oscar, his wife Sonia, at Branding Iron, they were packed inside and in the patio, the pavilion in the back. Mexico has done this right. Because all you've seen is people over there having a great time. And I'm sure there's a fight or two here or there. I'm sure there are. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're scared of the cartels. I don't know. But it seems like every single team over there is having a great time. The South Koreans, when they played them first in the divisional round, they're partying with the Mexican people over there. I told you, there's 9 months, there's going to be a whole bunch of South Korean / Mexican babies around. I'll tell you that. With all the partying and drinking they were doing. That, my peoples, I can promise you. I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. There'll be a lot of South Korean / Mexican babies. What were we in? July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So March and April. A lot of Mexican and Korean babies. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Oh, man. Marcus Jones checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Says good morning, FGB. FGB to you too, sir. Thank you very much. Junior says Mexico is going crazy. We'll see Junior played college in Mexico. So he's still in contact with a lot of his teammates from over there. They just sent him a new jacket. He when they went undefeated. And he was on the team and they sent it to him. So yeah. Junior says in 1986, when Germany eliminated Mexico, I was at the game. No way. I didn't realize you were at the game. Holy cow. I had to tell the Mexican fans I'm for Mexico, not Germany, because I was getting some dirty looks from Mexico. Well, if you don't know, Junior's very pale skin. He's got light eye, like blue eyes. And Junior's half German and half Mexican. Well, it was really sorry I'm putting your business out there, bro. But Junior's dad was Mexican and his mom was German. And so you got a nice mix. That's so wild, dude. I didn't know you were at the game. That's crazy. That's crazy. So the real question is, did you ever still have your ticket stub from that game? That would be the real question. But, yeah. But again, Mexico's doing it right. People are partying over there, and that's what you want, man. That's what it's about. We see all the crazy things going on in the world. We see the bombs and the wars and the strikes in all over different parts of the world. Let's just come together and be and have a good time. We don't need to kill people. It's this. A lot of this is not necessary. I mean, all of it's not necessary, to be told. But what North America has done, especially Mexico, is they've really allowed people to disconnect from all the bullshit that's going on in the world, okay, and just have a good time. Think about it. Think about all the South Koreans who are traveling, all right, who traveled down to Mexico. Think about the people from Ecuador who came up. Think about all the people who flew to Mexico, all right? This was what they were planning on. I don't know if they planned it to this extent, but man, this is what they were planning on. They planned to come to Mexico. They planned to have a good time. They planned to cheer on their team. They didn't plan on having to fight or get beat up and get jumped because they're wearing their team's jerseys. And we haven't seen much of that. I haven't seen any of that, truth be told. But I would imagine there's got to be some people talking shit. I would imagine. But Mexico has been phenomenal hosts for this World Cup. And I feel all the countries that have gone that were scheduled to play in Mexico have really enjoyed their time there. Fan bases as well. Fan base, definitely. So, the U.S. plays today. And I tell you, it is going to be, you know what? I'm not feeling as much pride for the U.S. men's national team as I think I should. I don't know. I'm not feeling as much as I believe I should. It just seems like, because right now Mexico, the Mexican jersey is the number one selling jersey of all teams during this World Cup. The number one selling jersey of all teams in this World Cup. Are you freaking kidding me? That's insane. That is insane. And I'll tell you what, they're doing it right. They got the 3 different jerseys. They have the green one, which they wore yesterday. They have the white one. Then they have the black one, which I thought was pretty dope. The black one is pretty dope. So the marketing guy, excellent job, Mexico. Excellent job. And their play, just by the way they're playing, man, people are fired up about it. And today is July 1st. So we must say Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. This was the best signing ever. Best signing ever. So Bobby Bonilla today, every July 1st, gets $1,193,248.20. And these payments continue. This doesn't stop until 2035. 2035. From July 1st, 2011 through 2035. Let me get 2011 to 2035 for 25 years. Okay, and this is because the Mets wanted to defer the payments. He had a contract, and they deferred his money. Instead of paying Bobby Bonilla $5.9 million at the time, because in 2000 they wanted to buy him out. Okay, in 2000 the Mets agreed to buy out the remaining $5.9 million of Bobby Bonilla's contract. Like, all right, you're done. We'll pay you, go, you're free agent, whatever. Instead of paying him $5.9 million, the Mets agreed to make annual payments of nearly $1.2 million for 25 years, starting July 1st, 2011, including a negotiated 8% interest. Wow. Wow. Bobby Bonilla, again, a second deferred contract playing with the Mets, and Oriole pays him $500,000 a year for 25 years. The payments began in 2004. So 29 is when those will end. So instead of $5.9 million, he gets $1.2 million for 25 years. His agent is the real MVP. Because his agent gets, I don't know, Cornelius. His agent should be in the Hall of Fame. Yes, he should, doctor. Because he gets paid too. I'm not sure of the, let me see. What is an agent's of MLB contract? $4 to 5% is the most common standard. MLB agents typically earn between 3 and 5% of a player's contract value, with 4 to 5% being the most common standard. Wow. So that means $1.9. What did you make? Let me see. 1.193,248 times 0.0. So his agent makes $59,662.40 every year on July 1st. Wow. That's insane. Happy Bobby Bonilla's Day, though, people. This will go down as one of the greatest contract signings of all time. Or one of the worst contract signings of all time, depending on how you look at it. If you're a fan of the Mets organization, it's probably one of the worst. If you're just a fan of the player, it's probably one of the best. But happy Bobby Bonilla Day. $1,193,248 So I have a question before we go to break. We're in 2026, right? That direct deposited? He just wakes up, ding, at 4 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning, does it happen at midnight? Ding! Deposit for $1,100,000. He looks at his phone. It's there. $1,193,248.20. Does he stay up at night waiting to get that ding? Or does he go to bed and just say, I'll check it in the morning? That's the question I have for Bobby Bonilla. Do you stay up at night waiting for it to get the notice? To get the push notification from your bank? Or do you just say, I'll check it out first thing in the morning? Just to make sure. That's my question for Bobby Bonilla. Let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll get to some White Sox, some White Sox talk, some Cubs talk, and some Bears talk. Fired up, baby. So don't go anywhere. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best. I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Everybody in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
to center field. Merrill is back. He looks up at the wall. That is way gone. Bumped by Dansby Swanson. Bregman deep to left field. Taylor at the wall. It's way gone. Bush deep to right field. Bowen at the wall. Bumped by Michael Bush. Dansby Swanson again. Deep left field. It's a multi-home run game for Dansby Swanson.
Talk a lot and always catch up when they took it.
Beat high drive, right field. Pete Crow Armstrong, bye-bye!
Welcome back to Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. Those were your Northsiders, Cup fans. Those were your lovable losers. Winning the first 2 games of that series against the San Diego Padres at Wrigley. Place was electric. And going for the sweep today. You know, both parks here in Chicago, when the weather gets warm, there's a launching pads. We see it on the south side. We saw it yesterday. We saw it right here in those highlights. Telling you, this is going to be what's really fun. And listen, I know we all love the Bears, but I'm enjoying my White Sox. And I'm not saying I can't wait for the Bears to come back, but it's like I can't. I love it. I'm excited about it. But the wait has been okay with my White Sox. And Cub fans, you too. I know you're a little frustrated. Okay, because you're in second place. You're 5.5 games back is what it looks like. I don't know if Cincinnati won yesterday because that's late. It's late in the. Let's see. But still. You know, you're in the wild card hunt. It's still 5.5. It's 5.5 right now. Okay. Okay, Cubs are 5.5. You are not out of it yet. And now that you're starting to see the resurgence of Pete Crow Armstrong, which has been the last month. I tell you, if it wasn't for all the injuries you had in May and June for your pitching staff, you'd be talking about Pete Crow Armstrong. But you can't talk about him because you're like, God damn it, another pitcher's gone down. Damn it, another pitcher's gone down. Damn it, another pitcher's gone down. And that superseded PCA coming out of his slump. Dansby Swanson coming out of his slump in a big way. His bat has gotten hot in the last 2 weeks. Didn't I tell you? I said, guys, relax. I know right now all the Cubs are not hitting. It's a freak. It's a funk phenomenon. Funk phenomenon. But I said there's going to come a point in time. There's too much talent on that team, in that lineup. You can't hold them down. Can't hold them all. You can't hold all of them down for long. Because one or two are going to break out. One or two more might catch fire because of the two that broke out. And then you're going to have 3 or 4, maybe 5 batters in that lineup that are hot. Then they're going to switch. Then the 4 to 5 that aren't hot are going to get hot. And then the 4 to 5 that started off hot are going to cool down. just baseball. Frustrating as all get out. I won't lie on that one. But look, you're getting it done. You're starting to really put it together. Big names, big contracts are starting to put it together. And what more do you want? You want your guys who have the biggest contracts to put up the best numbers or be consistent. Now you're starting to see both. The Bregman signing, his contract, he's coming out of it. Dansby Swanson, his contract from a couple years ago when he signed him, he's living up to it. PCA, his new contract he signed in the offseason, he's living up to it. Seiya Suzuki, who had a big contract to get him here, he's living up to that contract. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. And it seems like the Cubs are coming out of that funk. It's only a matter of time. Now you just got to find some pitchers. Just got to find some pitching. That is one of the worst things. One of the worst things when you just don't have any horses to go. Like Diamond, thank you, sir. But you did call it, Shawn. Smart guy once said coaching matters. Council is coaching his ass off right now. Yeah, he is. He is. And that is huge for this squad. Now you're seeing why he was so coveted by the Cubs. Now you see why he's one of the most expensive managers in baseball. And like Ozzie always says, people talk about how great of a manager Ozzie was. Ozzie's like, I'm not really that good of a manager. That's why I love Ozzie. He goes, I'm not that good of a manager. He's like, these guys play. He goes, I can only tell them what to do. If they don't come through and we don't win ball games because of that, I'm a bad manager. So I don't really think about myself as being a great manager or anything else, because if my players don't perform, I'm a bad manager. And when the Cubs weren't performing, how many people wanted Council's head on a stake? On a wooden stake, they wanted Craig Council's head. But he stayed the course. Didn't listen to all the outside noise. What if you guys go get another 10-game win streak? That is not beyond the realm of possibility. You're 8-2 in your last 10 games. Unfortunately, Milwaukee is 6-4. So you gained 2 games on them. If you continue to go 8-2 every 10 games, you're going to catch the Milwaukee Brewers. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Don't worry. Flavor vision ain't blurry. Cup fans, you have after today, you're off tomorrow. And then for the weekend, you host the Cardinals up on the north side. The Cardinals are 44-38. They're right behind you. They're a game and a half behind you. Here's a chance for you to do 2 things. Distance yourself from the Cardinals and try and bring yourself closer to Milwaukee. One thing you have direct control over, the other you do not. So handle the thing that you have control over, and that is beating the Cardinals 2 out of 3 or sweeping them. Because if you win today and then sweep the Cardinals, that's a nice 6 game versus 7. Let me make sure. Yeah, you lost the last one. So it'll be 7. If you win today, it's a 4-game win streak. Sweep the Cardinals at 7. But you need to take minimum 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals. Minimum. It is see, didn't take advantage of the schedule last month when you had 12 games of sub 500 teams. You didn't take advantage of that. You want to make it difficult. Well, you're performing now. I've told you, I think the Cubs have one of the better lineups in baseball. They have pop from 1 through 9. They have someone who can knock it out of the park. Just right now, they were in a team-wide slump. Now some dudes are waking up from that. And waking up from that in a big way. If you had any type of pitching, this could be a completely different scenario. But you don't. So now you've got to make sure that this offense can really carry you. And you have the ability to do that. You have the horses. You have the bats. You have the power. Break out He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. You have the power to let your offense win games for you. You just got to have pitchers who are like yesterday. They got it close. They're up 9-something. It was 9. It ended up being 9-7. Can't give away big leads like that. I know you won yesterday, but man, you might have been a couple of pitches away from tied and going to extras. But again, all your people are hurt. So hats off to the guys who come and get it done. Because no one gives a damn if it was pretty or ugly. You want it pretty. You want it seamless. You want it effortless. You want a drama-free win or wins all the time. But that's not how it works. Because in the end, all you just got to say is, did the Cubs win or lose? You won? Okay, good. Some people want the details. Some people don't. But all that really matters, did you win or did you lose? If you can just hold these guys off, hold teams off late when you have leads, maybe you'll be in a buyer for a legit closer. Maybe you'll be a legit buyer at the trading deadline. Who knows? But I'll tell you what, on the south side, we're doing a lot of good things over there. Doing a lot of good things over there. And the one thing that I keep seeing is resilience. The one thing I keep seeing is fundamentals. The one thing I keep seeing is short memories. They don't worry about what they did yesterday. That is what I love. checking in from the AZ. Crooked Commish. What's up, Papa? How are you? It's the top of the morning, Shawn. And the rest of the crew. Thanks for checking in, buddy. Appreciate you. They have short memories. They win, great. Tomorrow, don't mean jack. They lose, great. Tomorrow, don't mean jack. And that is why all these different things, all these little things, that the way this team is playing, the mentality of this team is forged by Will Venom. And they're buying it. They're gobbling it up, hook, line, and sinker. You know, Colson Montgomery hasn't played a full season yet. He's at 152 games, I believe. In and around there. Do you realize he has 42 home runs? He has 42 home runs. He had 21 from last year when they brought him up. 21 now. How crazy is that? At 152 games. So you put him at 162? That's 10 more games. That's if he gets hot, but 5, 6 home runs? Otherwise, maybe 2 or 3. We're looking at a young man who can hit 45 to 40 plus homers a year. And if you saw the one he hit yesterday, we saw that one coming out of the first break. Holy cow. He hit that out of the ballpark, onto the street. It probably bounced up and hit the warehouse. Hit the warehouse on one hop. AC Adam checking in. What's up, Papa? He checked in and says, bear down. Bear down, baby. Crooked Commish says, Shawn, you're only as good as your last game. Yeah. And that's the mentality that these Sox players have. Okay, yesterday was good, but we got another one today. We got another one today. Yesterday was bad. We got another one today. And they look forward. They don't dwell on, oh, we won 1 game, we won 2 games, we won yet. They don't dwell on it. Hats off to the manager, the head honcho in charge, Will Venable. Because that takes a strong person to implement a new culture. You've got to instill it in your coaches first. They've got to buy in, and then it trickles down to the players. So hats off to him for implementing that type of culture in less than 2 seasons. Less than a season and a half. We're not even at the halfway point. Well, maybe technically we are. 81 games. Let me see. Yeah. Technically, we're a little past the halfway point. We're at 45 and 39. That's 84 games. So we're a little over halfway. Who would have thunk it? You know, for people who like analytics, I'm not an analytics guy. Now, I wouldn't mind if I was a coach or manager. I wouldn't mind using them, but I'll never be considered an analytics guy because you're dealing with people. You're dealing with people, and I know we are creatures of habit, so the analytics make sense. I get it. However, you got to have a feel. And one of the things that Will Venable has done very well is he gets a feel of the game. He feels the game and says, okay, here's in this situation, I feel this person would probably be the best to pinch hit. Got to use both in today's, because your feeling, your ability to read a situation and see and understand the room and read the room. Like you may have a guy who's a left-hander who's doing very well, and you'll let him bat against a left-handed pitcher because you're feeling the fact that this guy can get a hit. A lot of nuances in games, in sports. And as a manager, as a coach, you have to understand those nuances. You have to understand those, and you have to make the decisions accordingly. It can't be all emotion. It can't be all analytics. It has to be a good mix of both. And if you have that good mix, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. Just the law of averages. But you'll probably win more than you lose. Probably win more than you lose. And that is a great thing. That is a great thing. So Southsiders, Southside, stand up. Stand up. I'm talking about it. Continue doing what you're doing, boys. That's going to lead you to the top of the division, which it has already. That's going to lead you into the playoffs, and that can lead you to a deep run in the playoffs. Cricket Commit says the biggest thing that managers are managing are players' egos. Yes, it is. Which is why it's such a people person job. All right, some players you need to put a foot in their ass. Others you need to put a pat them on the back and say, hey, it's going to be okay. Let's do this. You're a great player. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. All right, go back to what were you doing on those days that when you get enough rest, you take a nap, it all depends on how players respond. And as a manager, as a coach, your job is to understand how all those players respond. You need to understand what you need to do to each individual player to get the best out of it. That is the gig. That is the gig. Some people do it well, others don't. I mean, you get all the other coaches and have them for this situation, that situation. Okay, cool. Bench coach, what do we do here? Blah, 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 and have those guys make the decision. But you and your ability to relate to players and motivate your players is paramount. Paramount. one of the things that I'm excited about for the White Sox is they're doing all this without money man Munetaka Murakami. But he had 20 home runs by the end of May. Yeah, but way before the All-Star break, 20 home runs. He goes down, and the Sox do not skip a beat. They have a winning record with Munetaka out. Again, my hat's off, and all the credit goes to Will Venable and his coaching staff for keeping these guys focused. And a lot of credit goes to the young men who stay focused, who've stepped up in the absence of your new budding superstar. The ability of this White Sox team to play every single team hard. Every single team they play well. They play fundamentally sound baseball. They don't shoot themselves in the foot. And if it's an error, oftentimes the errors don't come back to bite them. Oftentimes, not all the time. They are not hurting themselves. And you can't ask for more from a young team that just don't shoot yourself in the foot. You cannot give Major League Baseball teams extra outs. Can't do it. Can't do it. Sox have been a good team at doing that. If they continue, it's going to be interesting. I'm not putting them in the World Series. But they got a puncher's chance if they continue this. They have a puncher's chance. And I never thought I'd say that for this year. Never thought I would say that for this season. Puncher's chance. Remember I said that. Yeah, puncher's chance. Kirby Kamish, yes. The Bulls signed Norman Powell. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people are talking about this. A lot of people are talking about this, and it's a good thing. He's a scorer. He's in the paper today. It just happened. I think it just happened. No. Yep. It happened this morning. So so for Powell, what's the word on him? So according to ESPN and Wendy, Norman Powell, 2 years, $45 million. A potent scorer. 21 22 points, 3.5 boards, 2.5 assists, while shooting 47% from the field. That's nice. So this guy is a scorer. Just what we need. I see, Booker, why your strike for the Sox and the Bulls is officially over. Cornelius Squall says, love the pickup of Norman Powell. If the old man don't fall off the cliff, we got a three-point shooter. Yeah? That's what we want. Guys who can drive and kick it out. We need the guys who can catch it and shoot it. Successful. I don't know what's going on with the Bulls organization recently. They're making some big-time moves, acting like big-time players. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I think it seems like Graham, the GM for the Bulls, has a clear idea. It seems to have a clue on how to construct a roster. Go figure. Gets a new budding superstar of a head coach. Has some key acquisitions with the veterans. Great young core of talent, including the 2 draft picks they picked up this season. Yeah. Things are going well on the west side. West side. Along with the West Town Commons or whatever they're building over there. Things are going good. You know, it's only a matter of time. AC Adams says, yes, a solid draft plus the pickup of Powell, 100%. And that goes a long way because you get a veteran and youngsters. I'm looking, Bears season is going to be one that is going to be insane. I'm looking forward to the growth. I'm looking forward to see who steps up in the absence of DJ Moore. Is it Luther Burden, who's dying to be wide receiver 1, or is it Roma Dunze, who's dying to make up for last season with all those key drops? But I'll tell you what, it's a great thing to have when you have 2 wide receivers, first of all, who can be a number 1, but also want to be the number. You know, I don't know if they felt that DJ was a cagey vet and he's always going to be wide receiver 1. But now that he's gone, that spot seems up for grabs. And if it is, can there be 2 wide receiver 1s on the same team? Can they each get 800 plus yards receiving? Can you have two alphas in the wide receiver room? The most important question is, do they get along? I think they can. I think they do. I think this Bulls team is primed, locked, and loaded. There you go. Camps get a practice schedule. Public practice 31st. Yeah. So July 31st, public practice. That's Friday, Saturday, public practice. $12 public practices, not to mention the one Miami. No. We got one home game, the one preseason game at home. I'm looking forward to see what we're doing with this offensive or this defensive line. We did not add what many people thought was a huge necessity, and that's the defensive lineman. They're happy with what they got. Are they expecting Io to become Io? Not Io. Dio Adengbo. Do they feel confident in his recovery? AC Adams says it better be the whole wide receiver tight end room that steps up in a perfect world. Yeah, but you also want to know if you got a legit guy. And we saw the relationship between Caleb and Rome. Tight buddies. AC Adam, I agree. The wide receiver tight end room steps up. It's gonna be a nightmare for a lot of quarterbacks. Because now you got Sam Rouch, another guy who can catch and run the ball, just like Cole Kmet, just like Colston Loveland. I'm telling you, watch my words. At least one time this season, Sam Rouch will be pretty much the winner of the game. May not score a touchdown, but if he gets a key third down to extend the play, to expend the play calling, yeah. To keep that offense on the field, yeah. Because you have Rome, you have Luther Burden, you have Colston Loveland. You're not looking for Sam Rouch. You're not looking for him. Hell, you're definitely even looking for Cole Kmet. As little as you look for Cole Kmet. It would be you'd be less looking at Rouch. So I think this young man is going to have a good season. Not a great season. Maybe 5 or 6 touchdowns. But I just don't know. You know, the room that they have is a nice room. The tight end room, led by Cole Kmet, Colston Loveland. I think we got some dogs in that room. I think we got some dogs in that quarterback room. I think we have some dogs in that tight end room, excuse me. think we have some dogs in that tight end room. And that I like a lot. I like you, just wanted to be a preseason game, right? Hell with training camp. Looks like I'm going to have to ask other people for tickets if I don't get credentialed. I have a ticket for today's game. Yeah. This season is going to be fun. I want to see the maturation of Caleb. I want to see Caleb say, hey, you know what? I got this, coach. Because in plenty of interviews this offseason, he's said or intimated that they're on the same page. They're seeing the same thing. That is music to my ears. When you got quarterbacks who say, I see what my coach sees, I understand why my coach is calling this play, got it. I would have called the same play. Got it. Which is why I can't wait. Caleb does not have to learn a new offense. Caleb can grow from this offense from last year to this year. I wonder if he's going to be such a, I don't want to say jerk, but a hard ass. Like, when does Kumbaya stop and you better work harder begin? Where does that intersect? Because those drops that we had last year are completely unacceptable. Everybody had multiple drops. Even my guy DJ Moore. Now that has to stop. With Luther and with Rome, that has to stop. But this wide receiver core is one, I told you how I feel. I think Ben Johnson says, you know what? Try and keep up with us. Try and score with us. That's what I really feel he's doing, and why the draft fell the way it did last year and this year. King Booker World. I think them drops ain't going to be tolerated this go around. Drop a pass, it should be caught. I think they get pulled. I have no problem with that. No problem with that. Where are we at D-line wise? We mentioned it earlier, but you figure Dayo Dengbo and I just lost his name. The kid from Kansas. Oh, goodness. I can't believe I lost his name. Austin Booker. Thank you. I think Dio and Austin Booker are the answers. I personally don't know. I wish I had Biff's sports almanac. I'll tell you what happens. Without Biff's sports almanac. Oh, man. King Booker Will says, I think Booker and Sweat are going to wreak havoc. I think Sweat finally plays how he's paid. I hope so. God bless it. I hope so. I hope so. That's how it works. Do you guys have any big plans for the 4th? I don't think I'm doing a show on Friday. I may just keep an eye out for it. I may or may not. Yeah, I don't know about Friday. So we'll see. Do me a favor. Make sure you follow Sports Zone Chicago and go to sportzonechicago.com. Get your Sports Zone Chicago swag, Bears Victory Monday shirt, Horse Sports Zone Chicago t-shirt, Cigar Fanatic for men and women t-shirts, Coaching Matters. Go there, do that, order that, and then make sure you order your tickets for the Double Nickels Linen Celebration, Shawn Sierra's 55th birthday party. Man, it's going to be off the chain. Go get some tickets. I'm telling you, the tickets are getting up there. So I need you to go and get your tickets. Scan the QR code if you're watching on TV or on your computer, or go to sportzonechicago.com. Going to be one hell of a time. I'm fired up. I really can't wait for football season. I'm happy. We're going to need to do what we did for the Bears. Keep your feet where they are. Be where your feet are. The Bears are on a break. Cool. Let me enjoy my White Sox until football season. Let me enjoy my White Sox. Man. Be where you're at. So let's not worry about, we're anxious for football, but be here. Be here with your White Sox. It's Cub fans. Be there with your Cubs. Because baseball's fun. And football will be here in no time. July 31st, it'll be here. 30 days. 30 days. It'll be good. Listen, I hope you guys have a great 4th of July weekend. Please spend it with family and friends. You know, I have a Sunday, I have a workout to go through. Go to. For one of my friends who passed away. Oh, shish kebab. One of our friends who passed away last year from CrossFit. And they're having a memorial mass for her. And I'm excited on Sunday. I'm excited on Sunday because she was a good friend of mine. And she died far too soon. Far too soon. So that's what I'm doing Sunday. I'm not sure what I'm doing Saturday or Friday. Hope you guys have a great time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be warm. Definitely going to be warm this weekend. So take advantage of it. Listen, today, stay cool. Stay cool. All right, stay cool. If you have someone with a pool, get there. If you have passes to your town's water park or to the pool, if you're in the city, use it. Stay cool. think I'm going to go to Orland Water Park today. We got a little, although we do have a little running around to do here for her birthday. But let me tell you this: make memories. Another 4th of July. You don't know how many more 4th of July with your people. So do that. You'll be happy. They'll be happy. That I can guarantee. Guys, have a great weekend. Today, because they're not doing a show on Friday, Second City Sports is coming at you at 12:15 with a live show, their last show for the week. Okay. So tune in today, 12:15 to 2:30 to Second City Sports here on Sports Zone Chicago. So to all my peoples, all the peoples, I love you guys. I appreciate the love and respect, support and respect that I get from you guys. I love it, and I'm very grateful for it. But to all my people, have a great weekend. Stay warm. Stay cool. Check on your elderly family members, please, especially if they don't have air conditioning. Please make sure you go and check them out in this little mini heat wave. All right. So, for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Have a great day. And your boy is out.
Come on, raise the bass.